very interesting to hear some of the perspective around innovation and what really innovation meant to various different customers. I think the value I took away from is that not everything is about ROI. There are some innovation that add to maybe brand image, better customer service, that might result into better revenue down the stream, but not initially. So we have to judge innovation not just from the lens of finance and business in terms of return on investments, but also have to look at those things as well. I also learned that every single organization had some innovation initiative going on. And I think that speaks to the digital disruption that we are facing in terms of digital transformation with the advent of Uber technology or Netflix. And now all these businesses are also looking to innovate and make sure they have the new innovation to stay relevant. And IT is becoming very central point of that as businesses looking towards IT to be that catalyst and to be that innovation. Lastly, I heard various different point of views around what are the best practices for innovation. And I think most of them would agree that open source model, which is about collaboration, culture, shared value, transparency, is what everybody was looking to implement without necessarily calling it open source, but that's really the crux of the innovation model that they were following. So actually about 3 years ago, at this point, we had a number of our customers who represent, are part of our strategy board, came to us and said, hey, Mr. Red Hat, you know about innovation. You're constantly innovating. We hear open source is the way for innovation. We want to learn from you on how to innovate. And we want to adopt some of your culture, your best practices, your procedures that you have established. So we actually bundled that in a box and called it Open Innovation Labs. And we bring that to now customer either to their side or they can come to our offices and experience what it is to be the Red Hat way of innovation. We bring a lot of best practices with it, work with the teams from the business side, prefer to be cross line of businesses, different mix together. And we start there with facilitating a conversation, idea generation workshop, event storming, problem-solving areas as well to create this outcome of what would help solve or address the business problems they are facing with or the challenge they would overcome with the strategy. I have a number of quotes from various different customers that have gone through this Open Innovation Lab. And the common theme I find across them is that it was very refreshing, a very new way of doing things. It's an injection or a shot in the culture to actually create these change agents that now are going across the organization, taking those best practices and what they have learned through this whole process with them to their groups and to their managers and instilling this open source, open thinking concept throughout the organization. Culture, as you know, is the hardest thing to change. It takes time, it doesn't happen overnight, but these change agents are what helping those organizations change their culture to be more innovative, open, and be more agile in responding to business needs.